How's it? Today is Friday, February 24th, and I I did okay today. I was very happy with the way my jerks went today, and yeah, I was not anticipating these jerks to go as well as they did, and so I was very surprised with how that went, and I'm so surprised to the point where it kind of threw me off on my snatches. I did not do very well on the snatch. I ended up making 3 out of 5 snatches, and that ended up going over my 10 total reps or 10 total attempts or whatever. This is also the first time I think I missed a lift on Friday in a very long time. Side note, you see the lighting and colors and everything changing throughout the videos. It's due to this, like, I don't know if it's auto correction or whatever. It happens real time in the video, so I'm not super sure how I'm supposed to edit that. So lighting on all of these videos is pretty whack. I'm gonna be real. You see that? That it warms up as I walk away. I'll try to fix it, but I don't know what to do. It has to do something with my camera, but we'll see if I can fix it moving forward. But yeah, going back to my jerks, 127 today, which is 3 kilos up from last week. That is by far the most I've jerked in, I want to say, 6 months, maybe longer, maybe 7 or 8 months. But it's definitely one of those things that if I had practice with the weights, I think that I would be able to jerk a lot more. I am very, very, very scared when I first pick up the weight. That was my last warm up at 120. Here's my first set at 127. The weights were moving. They were not super crisp, but like the way it moved kind of indicates that I'm definitely stronger than 127. And that's a good feeling to have because I don't know if I can clean 127 right now. Uh, I, I'm I'm fairly sure I could clean 127, but it's just not one of those things that I've done in the last so many months, right? Here's my last rep at 127. This is probably my worst one. Still goes a little bit forward, but I'm able to kind of, when I bring my feet together, adjust for it overhead and put that bar where it needs to be over my head. And yeah, I moved into my snatches after that, and it was, to say the least, a a big, 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 big struggle. I was not there super mentally. I was not all there mentally today, but it's whatever. Try my best to continue with my good training session after those jerks, and I think my warm-ups for snatches were pretty good. I think 80, 90 felt pretty solid. Definitely a lot better than last week, 90. And I think when I'm kind of like looking back at what it was going on, um, it feels like the style of lifting that I'm putting out today was not the style of lifting that I had been practicing for the last 2, maybe 3 weeks. It feels like I'm not as quick under the bar as I once was a few weeks ago. Here's the 80 that I was talking about. Here's 90. And then I go to 97 for my first rep here, and then I fail my first 2 attempts. Bar's a little bit forward. I'm also behind the bar a little bit, and it's not high enough. It's straight up not high enough. And I think it's again like a function of me being unable to get under the bar quickly, I am not thinking about really getting that quick um, point of extension to point of fixation like I have been for the past couple weeks until I get to there. um, that was a really bad save. I heavily favored my right side on that, and I was honestly very surprised I made the lift overall. This one is significantly better, but still not great. And then this one is a little bit worse than that last one. I'm a little bit more on my heels, but speed is a lot better under. I'm kind of when I went back to watch those first two fails, it was like the one thing that I think I've been taking away from a lot of trainings is the way that Jason lifts. He's like an 89 lifter, power casually powered 130 the other day, power clean, after he was unable to execute on a snatch balance. But I can't even clean 130 right now. So just he lifts very his here's my set at 117, my set of three, but three sets of one. He lifts a very forceful extension that kind of there's a big break in his movement that you can see the distinction between when he's going up and when he's going down, and I don't usually have that. Mine is usually kind of a gradient between positions. Second rep and third rep on these are not too pretty, but I end up doing them all. It was like about 2 minutes or so in between all of it, and yeah, I mean, I wasn't afraid I was gonna miss or anything. Oh, you can see the colors on that left video. It's kind of going everywhere, and I really don't know what settings I need to change, but we'll see what happens moving forward. Cool thing about this is my upper back hasn't been giving me any issues, which is kind of the reason why we separated, Steve at least, the reason why we separated the clean and the jerks. So I'm jerking 10 kilos more than I'm cleaning, but I am not experiencing, I'm not experiencing any upper back pain, which I am extremely, extremely happy for. Another instance of the color changing. I'll finish off with my pull-ups and then my GHD sit-ups. But yeah, I am pretty happy with how today went. I know I'll be okay when the time comes, but for the time being, it's what my friends always tell me. It's okay to not be okay. So just working towards that, moving forward. Yeah, not much else to say, but that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.